Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Let's Talk About It. And we're going to be talking about remote access today for those of you working from home. So James, we've always had a lot of people, working from remote locations. Obviously now more so than ever.
With COVID, it's yeah.
What are some things that you can do to, first of all, get better performance out of that, and then secondly, security-wise, making a system more secure for all of those people working from home?
In the olden days, we used to just let people connect directly to the server right through the internet, which we just do not allow that any longer. It's been in quite a few years now. Security is such that, you don't want people having access to the server directly. So typically now we're going to put a VPN router in place, and we're going to get them to connect to the office network via VPN, so virtual private network.
So what does that do? Like how does that impact the user? Does that make things perform better or more secure?
It's definitely more secure, right? Ideally, we want to have a company supplied computer that the person is using at home to connect to the office. That's the first thing. Then the second thing is...
Better than them just using their home computer?
You'd prefer not, right? Because the kids maybe are playing on that computer, there could be viruses on it. It's a machine we're not managing as the MSP, so we're usually worried about that. We'd prefer to see a company sponsored machine, let's say. And then of course, the second thing would be to connect to the office securely. So that's where the VPN comes in. It doesn't add much overhead to them. It's a 5-minute thing. They're going to double click on an icon. They're going to make a secure connection. Then once that's done, they're kind of part of the network, right? Like they have access to what? They have access to everything, don't they?
Yeah. So I mean, that's the great thing about it is once you make that connection, it essentially puts you inside the office.
You're part of your network.
Yeah, you can do your work as you normally would.
Yeah, you could think about printing to printers that are in the office. If someone is actually in the office, you can print for them. You can get access to the shares, we mentioned that. You could actually connect to your work computer if you wanted, right? Can you talk a little bit about remote desktop?
Sure. So remote desktop as a tool is a great way of being able to connect because it's really, even if you don't have the best internet connection at home, you can get a pretty good performance from a machine because you're connecting and really getting a desktop that is on the server within the office.
Agreed.
So you can then use all of your various programs, even if you have some specialized applications that are in the office. You're able to use all of that, and certainly at a reasonable speed that you'll be happy working that way, and it's not taking you hours to do what used to take a couple minutes.
And remote desktop software, the application, if you will, is built into Windows, right? All the machines will have it, so it's easy to get access to. It works well, and as you say, if you have maybe not a great wireless connection at home, or maybe you're not able to plug into your modem or something, this would definitely give you better access, and you don't have to worry so much. You're not kind of held hostage to your high-speed line connection. You'll have a really good performance because you're connected into
and it's consistent. When you connect, most days it will feel the same to you performance-wise. So it requires, there's a little bit of licensing cost involved and a little bit of setup. But it's a good way to go from a performance and security perspective.
And we keep talking about home, but you don't necessarily have to be at home, right? I mean, if you have a laptop, you could be in a hotel room, you could be in a cafe, you could be anywhere, really.
You can't be in a cafe right now. But once everything opens back up,
once COVID's sort of over,
then so you could be anywhere, and you have the ability to do that and work securely. Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to post your questions below and we'll answer them on a future show.
And also subscribe so you can hear more about business IT topics and some of our bad IT jokes as well. Hope to see you next time.
Thanks.